want to know about the ISRO, ISRO.
Okay. What do you want to know of ISRO?
From the beginning to the end, in the very brief.
Actually, ISRO is only an organization. Department of Space is a department under Government of India. See, in government, everything works with the Prime Minister and some ministry. So, Department of Space is under Prime Minister direct. So, there is no ministry. Department of Atomic Energy, Department of Space. They are under Prime Minister straight.
Okay.
So, under Department of Space, there are many organizations. Generally, ISRO and Space Department people identify together because department will have a secretary. Like IAS senior most is the secretary for home, finance, education, HRD and all. Department of Space secretary is not an IAS, it's a scientist. So there is no IAS which is ruling the department. So secretary Department of Space is chairman ISRO. And ISRO is one big portion of his space department. Therefore, many people think ISRO is space department. It is not. ISRO is one of the center of space department for which head are same. But there are many small organizations. Like Ahmedabad, there is a PRL, Physical Research Laboratory, that does research on atmosphere and such things. There is another one in Tirupati, that's also atmospheric research. There are few centers like ours is another center where I was working. Now I am not a space scientist, I am a retired space scientist. But I am still staying in the quarters because my wife is a director here.
Okay.
Okay, so that is under Space Department, nothing to do with ISRO. So
Okay.
I am a space scientist but not an ISRO scientist. Okay. And generally, from your question also what I understood, generally people mistake space means we know many things about space. Actually, I know that's a different matter. But General Space Department, ISRO has nothing to do with the space. But we have to know because we have to keep a satellite there. So one satellite which is kept 36,000 kilometers away from Earth is what makes us to talk now. That is internet, television and etc. etc. And another department is another portion of satellite which is launched by ISRO itself. This is called geostationary. Geostationary means when I am talking to you, Earth is moving, same side of the Earth only, this satellite also should look. So if this moves in this speed, the radius is more. 36,000, that means 6 times the radius of Earth. So it has to move 6 times faster. Then only it can see all the time. So it's called geostationary. With respect to Earth, it is stationary, but it is not stationary. It's moving much faster than Earth. But then we have another satellite which wanted to see details, like Google. Every detail, small elements are seen. It cannot be seen from 36,000. You will see climate prediction, India map is given, but not the details. Rivers in India cannot be seen. Roads in India cannot be seen. Suppose you want to see that, you have to see closer to Earth. So that is 600 to 800 kilometer height. Very close to Earth. But atmosphere is 140. All our space stations are 200 kilometer height. So this is 3 times higher than that. But then we have a camera there. The camera will see every detail on Earth, including roads, car, motorbike, small drainage, everything can be seen. Even slightly tilt and then see the building. That is what you see in Google Map today.
Okay, from that satellite.
Yeah, that satellite. But I was part of that department 30 years back. I left 10 years back. So 20 years I worked. So during that time, what did I do? I made maps for Kargil war. So when people have to go to Pakistan border and fight with Pakistan, the map was given by me. When
Great.
somebody has to be caught in the forest, police don't know where they move, so which are the roads available, so I gave maps. You know, Afghanistan hijacked one Indian flight, so
Yes, yes.
where they parked, I gave the information. With my hands, I made those maps. So
Amazing.
I was part of making such a satellite image like a Google map. Before the world in India used Google map, I was making similar maps, but that was not publicly available. See, for example, 1990s and all maps were not given on the no, phone itself was not Windows, phone itself was not that mobile. So that time we were making maps. I was printing physical photographs and then giving to military applications and such things I did. So I know actually more about Earth. I am a more a map making man, but that has lot of mathematics because Earth is moving, camera is moving, it has got a lot of tilt. It's not a very strong. When I am taking a picture by standing, you are standing there. You are running, I am also running at a much faster speed, right? My camera must be tilting. So give me any image which is not good, I know how to make it good. Like when the vehicle is moving, the police is taking picture. How do they identify the board, number board? So it needs to have a good camera, not a normal camera. You can imagine 100 km/h. So it will tell you were driving at 100 km. That is seen from two photographs, the distance between them, and they are not kept 100 km away. They are kept meters away. So the speed in which it moves can be detected from the blur in the image. So similar things were used by me to, those software making was my job. So I'm an image processing man. Right.
Okay.
See, for example, our ex-prime minister, Rajiv Gandhi's assassination, the bomb blast, that's the image processing job, which was done in our lab. It is not done by one person, but we were all part of the team. Right.
Okay.
So these are all very special applications of, it cannot be under ISRO. It cannot be under ISRO because ISRO is a public organization which is nothing to do with what activity which we do. So I was part of Prime Minister's office. We call it as Cabinet Secretariat.
Okay.
So I am more a security man than ISRO man. But you ask me any subject, I will have some answer because I know about space, I know about cosmology, I know about cell biology, I know about microbiology, I know about nanotechnology because I am basically an academician. For last 10 years or 12 years, almost 12 years after I left, I was in Delhi. Last 10 years was in Prime Minister's office. If you go to my website, you can see Prime Minister holding my hand, Manmohan Singh. Okay. Not I am holding his hand, he was holding our hand, right? So I left that department and started teaching. So I must have seen millions of teachers in the world. I was director for Academic Staff College. Academic Staff College is under the University Grants Commission. All the university teachers need to get training. So there are, that time there were 400 universities. But 50 university had colleges for university professors. So I was one of them. Only scientist to become an academic staff college director because my passion is teaching. See, whatever knowledge which I have probably, no teachers in this country will have. Suppose you are teaching mathematics, you don't know where this mathematics is used. But I have used it in everyday job in my life. So I thought it is my job to tell this to the teachers, bring them up. Tell the students, bring them up. So I looked at what are all the different applications of different field, not necessarily satellite alone. So Department of Space uses mathematician, physics people, chemistry people, geography, history. We need everybody. So it's like a mixed vegetable kurma, right? So we have everyone. So we get an opportunity to learn many things. We have electrical engineers. I know I'm never a hardware man, never. But I was in Austria to learn repairing of scanners. Like,
Okay.
yeah, we wanted to select a scanner which can scan photograph and make digital. So how to scan it? That time, Austria was making the best scanner. So I went to
Okay.
Austria, so I can open the hardware. So we learn many things. Space department is such a place where we don't distinguish once we join whether I'm a mathematician, but we know many things because we know how to keep a satellite on top. We know about space. But what are we looking? We are looking in the ground. So from ground to space, we know most of the things. What?
Yes. We only know about the space that there is a solar system, there are
No, but
the
that is
planets
actually astronomy department. What
okay.
do they do?
That is
They stand on the ground, look at with a telescope what is on the space. See the star constellation, the planetary positions, all that is astronomy, astrophysics.
okay. That is
Okay,
astrophysics.
but that is also part of physics. If we have to keep a satellite there, satellite is also an artificial satellite, so it has to go around Earth. So we want to balance it and keep it at a specific height. That means we should also know about the planets. How are they attracting each other? So all these are Kepler. It is called like Newton told that everything get attracted to Earth. Newton's 3 laws. We have got what happens in the space is called Kepler's law. So basically, when I joined the department, first I have to learn Kepler's law. Probably we have all do it in our class, but not the way what we do it in the class. We have to see the satellite there and look at what angle it can be seen. I want to know the position of the satellite with respect to Earth in small micrometer precision. Then only I can predict what is the position in the ground.
Okay.
So it's full of mathematics, full of physics. To work in space department, like again programming, electronics, everything is to be known.